What's up, Sigmas? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna explain you how I rizzed up this client. Never mind, I'm just joking. If you're a YouTuber, please, if you're watching this, I think this will help you a lot if you are struggling with editors and you are trying to figure out how to grow your channel and trying to figure out what your constraint is on why you're not going viral or why you're not getting the views you want. And also, I think this will be a good video on a couple tips that will help you to understand the perspective of an editor, and also like you and that editor are like become one, and you guys become this content machine, and you guys print a lot of videos and a lot of money, and yada yada yada. Sorry guys, I forgot to show you my credibility. I work for AMP, Kaisenet, Riz Gat, you know what I'm saying? Riz Poopy Kaka. And here's my retention graphs. Just want to give you my authority, so there's a reason why you can listen to me. If you think this is not enough authority, or at least enough I'm good at my job, don't listen to me. Click off. All right, back to the video. So let's get straight into this. Alrighty. So here, I worked with this channel called Animeirl. If you guys don't know who Steven he is, Nick, and I forgot what my boy's name is, bro. Hold on. Chris. Steven, Chris, Nick, and Danny. They all started this channel. If you don't know Steven has 12 million on YouTube, and they started this new group channel. You know what I'm saying? Group channel is kind of sort of meta, just because it's more fun for the actual like people, the creators, and it's just like people like being parasocial, for being honest. So yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Wait, what the frick is that? I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting burpy, bro. All right, so here's I started working for them on October 13th. The thing wouldn't show up on October 14th for some reason. So October 13th, this is the first video that ever came edited. It was 8 months ago. 63,000 views. At that point, it was at 48K subs. So that's not bad for a 63K video, 63K viewed video. That's not bad, at the time when it came out. However, though, I was able to help him grow from 48 to 180,000 subs in the span of what? I don't know how many months that is. I am very stupid. So September, October, November, December, January, February. So 6 months, we grew the channel, which is pretty solid in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? And there was a couple different things that led to this growth, actually. You can kind of see, this is like when I joined, is like there's this huge increase out of nowhere, and then we made some more improvements here, and then boom, another increase in subs and views. And so I'm very animated right now. Channel's doing pretty solid right now. I don't work for the channel anymore, but right at this video, did I do this video? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I did do this video. Okay, so I joined I worked on this video. Didn't do this video. Didn't do this video. Oh, I did do this video. I did do this video. And then right after this video, I said, yo, I know the problems we need to solve. Let's figure it. Like, I know I was talking to the producer, hey, like, this is the reason why these videos aren't doing very well. Like, let's get to it. By the way, before, these videos weren't even at these numbers. These videos are at like 50K. And right after we fixed those, boom, it's 200, 100, 100, 500, 200, 200, 100, 200, 200, 100, 100. And then I stopped working for them from here on out. So your boy knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got minimum 100K views no matter what for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 videos straight, and this one wasn't even really supposed to hit 100K in my opinion. This was originally at 80K, but it just slowly crept on because this one blew up really well. This one right here, and so that's why this one did good. But this one wasn't even like the thing I fixed with the producer wasn't even fixed on this video, but it just happened to do good. So yeah, let's get straight to it. The reason why this channel went from literally barely reaching 100K to almost 100K views every video, no matter what. And now, I don't know, the recent videos kind of have slightly fallen off. No offense, if we're being for real. But we were on a freaking roll, bro. Let me stop glazing. I'm gonna glaze myself again. Look, 200, 100, 100, 500, 200, 200, 100, 200, 200, 100, and another 181K. And so let me glaze myself and explain to you why, what was the change we made. So for these type of videos, you really got to understand what the objective of the video is, okay, throughout the whole thing. So every video always has an objective, or at least every good video you can find an objective to somehow twist around and move around, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the issue with this channel is that there was no strong objective. It was just a group of guys who came together and just hanged out, which there's nothing wrong with, because content like that is always the best. You want it to be authentic, you want it to be real, you don't want to be forcing to hang out. But the thing is, you have to, the way group content works, in my opinion, by the way, it's like bowling pins. This sounds great. Not bowling pins. Bowling pins is not a good analogy. What's a good analogy? Imagine that this is, let's say this is dude number 1 right here. And then dude number 2. You know what I'm saying? Let me make this colored, yeah. Dude number 3. Dude number 5. What am I saying? 4. And then dude number, yeah, there's 4 guys in this group. So let's just like do that as an example. So there's 4 guys in this group right here. Let's just imagine this is like Steven, Nick, Chris, and Danny. Okay. Our objective, or at least my objective and the producer's objective for this channel, is basically we want to push these guys in a like we want to, like, imagine these are like poles, okay? And imagine, what the frick? Imagine this being like, oh, let me change the color. Imagine this being like a rock I'm throwing at them. Every time I throw the rock is like the video challenge idea we're gonna set them up. And every time we throw it, our objective is to make this objective, and like our rules and game, whatever it is to clash into these group of guys. And we want to see how crazy they can clash into each other in any interesting way to show off their personality and their vibes. You know what I'm saying? A great example of this is actually, so Chris, it's Chris, yeah. Chris in these videos always gets messed up. And it's like he always gets like screwed over. And it's the funniest thing in the world. And so if we can screw him over even more sometimes, or somehow make, because Steven's more the reserved one, if we can somehow make Steven the reserved one kind of like cause Chris to crash out, but then Chris can't crash out because he's like, oh, Steven's reserved. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to make it as interesting as possible. You want them to clash. You want these characters to clash into each other as in many different ways, in interesting ways, and that's the most fun part of the content, okay? And that was the issue at the beginning of this channel. This wasn't set in stone. This before was like a dull rock. Oh, you can barely see that. It was very like a dull, like kind of boring rock. Every time we threw it, it wasn't clashing personalities very well. There wasn't a real reason for the viewers to stay. And so that was the issue with these videos, that these videos were just a group of guys hanging out and there was no objective. Especially for this one, like it was them trying to figure out if you can actually swing a sword with your mouth. So there is kind of an objective there, but it wasn't strong enough. So what I mean is that it wasn't strong enough throughout the whole video. Like, are we like trying to measure who's faster? Is it a competition? Is it a science experiment? Like, what are we doing? We don't really know. And so that's why this video didn't do too well. And I explained to him like, yeah, there's not enough objective to make this video good. Like, there's not a strong objective throughout. But every video we did after was a game show video, basically kind of like this kind of style. And I made sure we need a, like, I was telling the producer, we need a 0 to 1 change. So we are at 0 and then we are at 1. What is that 0 to 1 change? So with these videos, it was like, who's going to win the competition? Very simple, 0 to 1 change. But we need to show it throughout the whole thing. So my objective throughout this, every single video I posted, every single video I edited for these guys, was that I wanted to show the scoreboard on who's winning throughout the whole entire video. Some people can argue, it's not that good, you know, yada, yada. But I wanted to make sure that the viewers are there because they want to watch who's winning, who's going to lose, who's about to win, who's about to get the punishment, you know? And so throughout the whole video, I always had the scoreboard on, no matter what, okay? For example, this one, let's look at this one. Look at this one. Boom. Scoreboards are these bingo cards. The bingo card is always at the bottom left of the screen, just to see who's making progress. Same thing here. Always showing who's winning, who has this many points, who has that many points, just so the viewer can watch till the end. Same thing here. Always, even though it's so time consuming, I made sure that the viewers know who has more money, who's winning, who's losing, yada, 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 okay? And then in the retention graphs, I can't technically show you, but in the retention graphs, they were really good because of this one change. This one simple change, they were very good. And so that's why every video we did after this, banger, 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 and banger, okay? Even when they weren't even on set, the videos did well. Just because I made sure the viewers know who's winning, who's losing, okay? So, yeah. And that is a strong objective. And now you're watching this as a YouTube creator, and you're like, bro, I don't do game show content. What the frick am I supposed to do? You can do this with any type of content. You just have to make a strong objective. Ryan Tran is a great person about this. Ryan Tran is a great example of this because he makes videos about like literally him just traveling the world, but he always puts an objective at the end, even if it's a goofy one. It's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be. Oh, there was a video where he did traveled around all of Europe in the train, but his objective throughout the video was to get a picture of him and his dad throughout every single country. Do you get what I'm saying? And so that's a strong objective to see if he can do it all the way to the end. And he always brings it up saying, but I wish my dad was here. You know, like that was really cringe. But do you get what I'm saying? So it literally doesn't matter what content you make. You could be a car content guy. You could be anime content. You could be AMP. You can be, you know what I'm saying? It really does not matter. You just have to have a strong objective throughout the whole video. Or you have to have an objective that's strong enough and that's shown a couple times throughout the video. I stopped working for them after this video. I don't know what happened to the channel. Yada, yada, yada. I did this one video. This was a one-off video. I was in Japan, so it was like a really weird timing, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't make the best content, but 97K views after kind of our little dip in views is not bad. Okay, could have been better though. Not trying to cope, but yeah. So my point is, if you are a content creator, okay, you're a producer of some sort, and you're hiring an editor, please listen to the editor. Okay, I understand you probably have more. You have more objective like results compared to the editor, okay? But sometimes listening to the editor and taking their criticism and actually thinking about it and then chewing on it and then actually producing the work will change your channel sometimes, okay? This was the one thing I did. I hopped on a call with this producer and I was saying, bro, I like this. I love this channel. We need to do better. And this is the issues right now. We're not having a solid 0-1 change. After that, the producer literally called me like a week later saying, yo, I've been thinking about that all day, the 0-1 change you're talking about, and I'm trying to figure it out, how to implement it. And then once we implemented it, you know, boom, 200, 100, 100, 500, 200, 200, instantly. By the way, this channel was only at like 100K subs. Getting 100K views at 100K subs is pretty wild, by the way. Yeah, I remember this video was the push for us to get 100K subs. So yeah, we were below 100K subs, getting 100K views every video. So that's pretty crazy, by the way. That means we have or at least this channel has a very strong fan base on. They actually like the guys for them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like a one-off thing. They want to keep coming back to the channel to watch them for them, okay? And so here's another thing. Let me talk about the difference between like making content for new viewers and making content for your current viewers, okay? Your current viewers, 90% of the time, if you're being your authentic self in every video, they're gonna enjoy it no matter what, okay? Any video you talk about. Now let's talk about new viewers though. If you want to attract new viewers, you need to make content that's like kind of not clickbait, but there's a wow factor behind it to get new viewers, okay? So, for example, the reason why this video is worse than like this video or this video is because this is such a basic kind of like, oh, current viewer type of idea. Anime heads up. Woo, okay. But this one is like, so you think you're a weeb? Like, whoa, it's an instant like, oh, I know what this video is about. It's a game show. I want to know if I'm a weeb. I want to see what the questions are like, and they click on it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Another good example of this is like, even this one too. I would argue because Wheel of Fortune is a pretty, at least old idea, and people click on it because they're like, oh, it's Wheel of Fortune, an anime edition. Let me click on it. You know, versus Anime Heads Up, or even this one, Punishment Jeopardy. It's kind of the same thing-ish. I don't know why this didn't perform too well. Probably just the thumbnail isn't that good, and also it's not like colorful. But besides the point, you get what I'm saying. So this whole yap session is just saying you need to make sure the objective is strong throughout the whole video. Okay, if it's not strong, what's the point of watching? Okay. Another thing, please, content. Like I said, I'm repeating myself so many times here. But if you're a content creator, if you're a YouTuber, please take criticism from the editor and chew on it and think about it and to see if he was truly right, if he's truly wrong, and try to like battle it out together. Like in the sense of like you guys aren't arguing back to forth, but you guys are just like giving each other feedback, giving each other dialogue nonstop to try to make the content way better. And me, bro, I love the producer, by the way. Yo, shout out to you, Richard. You're the GOAT, by the way. And ever since that, like me and Richard, we'd always hop on calls, okay? Just trying to figure out what is wrong with the content. We'd always we're just like, yo, this needs to be better. Yo, let's make the game like this. Yo, make sure the cards are like this, you know, yada, yada, yada. Like, it's a collaborative effort if you want to make your content good, okay? It's a collaborative effort, okay? So yeah, anything you take away from that, just please take those two things. You and an editor and a content creator, you guys are doing collaborative effort. Give each other dialogue, okay? Second thing, if there's not enough strong objective throughout the whole video, then people are not going to stay to the end, okay? So you need to have that 0 to 1 change. It is 0 to 1. Oh, I'm weak. Now I'm buff at the end. That's the goal of the video. Let's see who can win the game. That's the goal of the video. Get that point. And last thing for not, I don't really have anything else. Yeah. If you like this video, let me know. Quick CTA. I'm going to sell it. No, I'm not going to sell you. I got nothing to sell really at the moment. But if you want to talk to me, if you want help with your channel, you want some editing analysis, yada, yada, let me know. My Instagram and Twitter, and I was going to say TikTok. I don't know. I don't have TikTok. My Instagram and Twitter is down below. Send me a DM. Love to hop on a call. We can chit-chat about your channel, why it's not growing, why your retention graph's bad, boo-boo caca. All right. Goodbye, Sigmas. Heading out. Where's my mouse?